to work as a steakhouse waiter back in the day when I was like 16 through like 18. I was a fucking waiter at a steakhouse, and I used to hate getting like fat white people because they would get a
At my job, same too.
they would get a salad. I want a
Same.
salad. Okay, sounds good. And I want extra tomatoes. Okay, going good. And I want
Already
ranch.
wrong.
And I would know like, oh no. And I want ranch on the side. Like, okay, that's fine. So I go in and I get more ranch. No problems. Until I realize I didn't bring enough ranch. After a serving bowl used for ice cream ranch is given, she just dumps that shit onto her salad and goes and just like you should not slurp a salad. No, you know what I mean?
No.
I know.
Oh,
So
God.
It's not Campbell's.
yeah, like you should
This-
not
this-
slurp a salad. Like, that's something you
No.
just do not do.
At that point, that bitch is soup.
I was like I have to walk up and like I remember it vividly. Hey, Ironcaster. So Ironcaster, if you have a Fuji image for a reactive image, if you can, give me the link. But I remember like she had like 3 chins, and she kept dribbling ranch down her chins, and kept asking for more napkins. I was like, oh my god, it's getting in your folds. Like I remember because I was very lithe when I was like 16 years old, 17 years old. I remember us being like, ma'am, you shouldn't slurp a salad. And she asked for like more croutons to suck up the fucking ranch dressing. I was like, could you ask for more lettuce leaves perhaps? Or something?
You want some salad to go with your bread?
Bro, man. Oh, the bread. So Lone Star Steakhouse, they had free brown bread and butter as like their aperitif. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Why does it specifically have to be brown bread? Why you got to call it out like that?
because it's brown bread, motherfucker. That's what it is.
dog? Whatever.
But
I don't know a lot of non-brown breads, but whatever.
It's called white bread.
I don't eat that shit.
We ain't serving no white bread in this bitch. It gets brown bread. But I hate the guys who would come in and they would just eat loaves of bread, like 6 loaves per person, in a margarita, and just leave. I'm like, what is your
Okay,
what
hold
is
up.
your
I'm
lifestyle?
unironically this person.
Like when you walk in, I want 3 margaritas and 6 loaves of bread. I'm like, sir, did you have a bad day? Like,
Do you want a hug?
yes. The answer is yes.
Do you want a hug, sir? You having a rough time? So
Yes to all of these.
So Ironcaster, can you talk?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
That may be a problem.
Well, he has the role to speak, as dumb as that sounds.
How's that?
Into some weird shit.
There we go. We have life.
Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah,
so,
there we go.
So Ironcaster, you can send me your Fugitech reactive image. It'll light up when you speak. People know who and what you are, who your daddy is, etc., etc.
I gotta figure that out real quick.
Here, I'll send you the link to that, and it's pretty easy.
Okay, so I was wondering how that worked.
Yeah, so I found this out thanks to one of my VTuber friends. It was Rye that told me. And she's like, yeah, that's how it works. I'm like, this is easy. Like, my boomer brain thought some kind of like magical high-tech bullshit. Like, no, it's just some app they were using. I was like, motherfucker.
Fucking same, dude.
Let's see here. Announcements is...
That technology is just great, dude. It
It-
scares me.
Technology is... Like, I'm not sure why we're not, like, half cyborg by now, and I'm kind of pissed about it.
I'm pretty sure there's some projects, but you have to like either have top secret security clearance or you need something.
I think it's just we're distracted with all the porn.
Exactly.
I think it's for me and B specifically, it's because we live in California and you need to be a specific class system to afford that.
If you think even for a second I would not get a synthetic vibrating penis, you are wrong. All right? Like,
My mind went to the same thing.
like there are things
Also,
that
I may have
simply...
accidentally invited you, Ironcaster. Ignore that. That was a misclick.
So, like, there are things that my penis just cannot do, like vibrate settings. And if I had the ability to just graft on a fucking monster gas-powered dong, I would. Just to...
I can see you doing that too, which is the worst
It's
part.
the best of both worlds. Like she gets her power jackhammer 9000, and then she also afterwards gets forehead kisses and nuggies.
The cervix crusher
Fine.
6000, yeah.
Jesus.
There's
I
like
guess I'll just go with the latest image here.
That's fine. There's like a there's like a cup holder on it.
It's got a cup holder.
Yeah,
It's got a
so,
hand warming pad.
So upload that to the Fuji Tech group. So you're going to open it up and upload it, and it'll tell you some stuff. But yeah, so basically, I was supposed to have Taylor laying games on today, but she's tired, which is completely understandable. Or they're tired. I don't know. It's a cartoon image. I can't tell what their gender is, so they are tired. And so I'll have them on probably.
What if they're a tire?
In a few Wednesdays, if they are a tire.
Hey, it's a possibility.
Then I guess they'll just roll with it.
I hate this.
Almost as bad as that movie.
But
Do you have to use tampons or brake pads?
What?
you gotta replace your pad, brake, or tampon. Pardon me?
No, pad or drum.
Yes.
Pad or drum. Nice.
Ooh, you old.
I fucking hate rotating drum brakes, though. God damn it, that's such a pain in the ass.
Same. I got 2 vehicles that still use them. Bane of my existence.
But yeah, so I assume that you guys have topics. I have topics. Ironcaster may have topics, because right now we are fucking winging it, my friends.
I was under the
That's kinda what
impression
we
that we were gonna ship it and rip it, but when I found out that we need to have topics, the first that came to my mind was
Shitting.
content, like, well, that too. Content
Ironically,
creation
he
between,
did
like,
shit after you said that. Yeah.
Hold on. Go ahead.
like content creation differing from, like, 2015 era to now, depending how far you're willing to go, some of the controversies on the platforms of certain things that have happened, and then the downfall of certain, like, TV media, like how far gone MTV is now.
Man, don't bring up.
We were talking about we were talking about MTV for like an hour.
Don't even bring up Saturday Night Live, bro. Like I was watching an interview with
Oh no.
what's his name? The little short comedian who plays in like
Django Unchained?
No, fuck.
That's me.
What's his name? He's got black hair. He's short. He played in like Deuce Bigelow. What's his name?
Rob Schneider.
Rob
There you go.
Schneider.
So Rob Schneider
Oh, okay.
was Rob Schneider
I went
was
straight to Peter Dinklage.
was on a talk show. I'm not sure what it was, and he said that he's not a hardcore conservative, but he's like he thinks that more or less SNL is now a political a political platform now. And to be frank, you talked about like content creation changing. Now it all has to be political. It seems like you can't look at Jacksepticeye without getting some political bullshit going on. Like it's just ingrained in everything, and you can't.
Everything's got to have a message. It's weird.
My message is fuck the UN in my books, but that's just me. God forbid. Like how content, how it changed. Like nowadays, if you want to get monetized, you gotta like thread the gap. Like if my Australian player says cunt too much, they flag my video. I'm like, but it's his word. You can't tell Australian he can't say their word. Like it's part of their national identity is calling folks cunt. It's just what it is.
That's their version of calling somebody dude or bro.
Ironcaster, you got that thing working yet?
Yeah. Let's see. I got logged in.
Okay,
I got
I see it.
Let me.
Time to test it out. I got your link. I got you, homie. But it seems like no matter where you go, you without me and Ironcaster, you can't play D&D without that shit getting fucking political. Like there's no escapism anymore. For the longest time, it was about escaping reality. Now it's just always the bullshit. You can't even run from it now. It's just always there, watching you. And yeah. It's just his face. All right. That works.
Really?
It works.
Oh my
All right.
god!
Look, I don't. You think
go.
you think I got the money for all these fancy like VTube avatars and?
No.
Pull out your goddamn VTuber anime girl avatar, Iron. And I know you have one.
I'd like to
I mean-
point out they deterred me from using an anime girl for my avatar.
Yes. Instead,
That's why I have the e-boy.
yeah,
I know. I think my exact words were "do it, pussy."
I would hardly call an an anime e-boy a real step up from an anime e-girl, but
Yep.
Yep.
But real quick, Ironcaster, tell us about yourself, what you do, and what your shtick is. I know what it is, but someone out there may not know.
So I'm just kind of bouncing around the internet as I do, just kind of trying to find the good stuff, I guess. I like. I've been kind of watching this whole culture war go on and watching pillar after pillar after pillar of entertainment just falling. It's disheartening. I'm just in a, and I want to try and bring back some positivity to it all. So I'm trying to, kind of bring a light to some things to show some better stuff.
That is a tall fucking order, you know. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but like, well, you say that, but thing is though, the media fell for the trap of thinking this minute minority was actually the majority, and they fell for that shit, hook, line, and fucking sinker. And now they're all sinking. Like, just look at the Rings of Power as like our first topic of discussion. Like, as I was painting Stormtroopers, ironically, I was watching the reviews roll in, and the media's praising it and sucking its dick like it's a giant candy salami. And then you have the actual other people reviewing it, and it's just this huge fucking clash. And it's because they're all trying to push this fucking this bit. Like, it's basically they're trying to yoke the populace to this plow and have them just carry this fucking, this spindle of this liberal bias bullshit. Like, I don't mind strong female characters. No one does. Everyone loves themselves a nice, tall, dommy mommy character they can really follow and get into. Everyone knows that. But they do it in such a ham-fist fashion. And I think actually all of us here, including Iron, can tell between a good female character and a bad female character. Like,
Absolutely.
a bad female character is obviously Rey. Because she's the bestest ever.
Prime example.
Yeah, and like the good, like people forget that Ripley ever existed. Like that was one of the, not the first, but one of like the major like strong female characters besides like the Alien Queen, also a strong female character. But like Alan Ripley was the boss ass bitch. She fought aliens, she shot guns in corridors. There's also the that machine gunner on the Marine crew, the short Latina woman. What was her? Fuck me. Anyway, but like they just forget that that they've been done before. Yanette Vasquez, that was her name. So she's a girl in the red bandana with the fucking machine gunner.
Well, I mean, that's you've seen it in all this media. This has all been done before. For example, with the X-Men comics, Storm led the X-Men at one point. Like she was the leader. But that's never happened before the modern day. No, don't you know? Black people weren't invented until Black Panther came out.
Yeah,
I would know. That's true. I am black.
Checkmate. He's got you.
But like people try and point towards, they try and create these strong female, like Rey, like this Noi Gladriel going on. They forget like Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or like even Minerva McGonagall was a fucking strong female character. Like you can tell they're both boss ass bitches. And even like in like cartoons, what was her name? Was it a Eula or Azula from Avatar, the Fire Nation chick?
Oh, Azula.
Yeah, Azula. Yeah. Thank you. And like all of these female characters follow the exact same dynamic. They're all actually independent, strong female characters. They're not being shoehorned into this fucking like you are the bestest ever. Go do stuff, carry the show. Like even like like Demona from Gargoyles was better as a fucking female character.
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
No.
You think I as a monster girl fucker don't know who Demona is? Come on, man. Come on.
Fair enough.
Come on, bro.
You know how long it's been since I've heard the name Gargoyles, though? Like, that hit me right in the old age.
Well, here's
I talked about it last week.
Here's this: Gargoyles, biker mice from Mars. Remember that shit?
Street Sharks.
Street Sharks, yeah. And what was the one where like it was like the two furry pilots of the Tomcat and a fucking garbage?
SWAT cats.
SWAT cats. Thank you.
Everyone in here is old. We just confirmed.
This is just this laughs.
everyone.
We're old.
All of us.
But
yes.
Shut up, Adrian.
but the thing
Oh,
is
I
though,
can't-
Yep.
but that
don't blame me.
But that
It
was like the
it was-
prime of like creativity and actually good writing. I don't know why it is, but writing nowadays for Hollywood is absolute fucking dog shit.
yeah, it's fucking.
It's
sucks.
pretty bad.
It's
fucking
got a formula.
They have
No,
the most
it's- stick to
sitcom
it.
I would
ever
argue
of
it
the day.
doesn't.
It's got a formula. Make it woke as fuck. Sell. That's their current formula. Make
Tell me
men
I'm wrong.
make men look dumb. Make the females look good and better than the males, and like honestly, I have nothing against Princess Leia whatsoever. All right, but Obi-Wan Kenobi, it was all about fucking Leia. Like it made no fucking sense. Like it was a perfect layup for like what happened between Obi-Wan and Luke as a kid and Tatooine, yada. And they decided to shoehorn Leia in there for some fucking reason. Like, make the Leia show. That's fine. Make like a, Bumpin' and Alderaan show where it shows Leia and her royal family doing their shit. But no, they had to shoehorn Leia onto a Tatooine planet. Let alone, like, I still don't understand how the hell she got there. Like, as far as I was aware, lore-wise, she was sent off to fucking, Alderaan or some bullshit, and that's where she went, and I don't know.
Because the writers thought it'd be cool to have Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers try and kidnap her. So would you move her to a new planet? Done. Easy.
It's true. This is also the same company that literally wrote word for word. Somehow Palpatine came back.
And somehow he survived a nuclear explosion. How, you ask? We don't know.
Somehow. That's how.
I mean,
Or
Well, obviously, you had to play the Fortnite DLC.
Legit.
I mean,
My man had $20 in V-Bucks, and he's like, "I'm coming back, baby."
well, the thing
With
is,
a Goku skin.
there's a time and a place for a mystery. Like people can say we don't know how he got here, but when it's so fucking outlandish, like it was a nuclear explosion in space, like the last movie, like, oh yeah, there's Death Star terrain or like remains. Like how the fuck, like you're telling me that there are remains of the Death Star after a semi-nuclear explosion in space? Like, yeah, you're.
I mean, to be fair, if it can withstand in the vacuum of space, I'd give it the benefit of the doubt.
but it
Bullshit.
was just light. Like it was just a.
Do we know that for sure?
I mean, there is visual evidence of it fucking just blowing
Yes,
up.
there's visual evidence of a made-up universe guard. You know what? I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You recovered it, the Ewoks? Because it blew
Yes.
up over fucking
No,
Endor.
No, the Jawas.
Yes, the Jawas were laying in wait in
Yes.
space. Like, give me that big old Death Star bucks, rubbing their hands
Literally
together.
just sitting in a space jalopy, rubbing their little gremlin hands together like we're gonna fucking make so much money.
Now it's that time.
But the thing is though, like, I don't get, like, I'm a writer, other guys are writers. There are fuck billions of writers. Yet they choose these absolute like glue sniffing idiots to go write these stories, and they're emotionless, they're tasteless, they're boring, and like you said before, they are formulaic. Like the good guys survive, the bad guys die, and then the other guy fists his best friend because they're gay now. Like it's always the same fucking formula.
That one's coming up a lot more these days.
Well, it is though.
Yep.
Like, I get that. There's nothing wrong with having a gay character in a movie.
Yeah. It's just kind of weird.
But like, it's just they're making it so obvious. Like,
Yeah.
It
it's
was
like,
forced.
well, it's like they're typecasting gay characters. Like,
It's also if the writers are just putting their fan fictions in place. I mean, if you go back to the days of like early Star Trek, like the slash fiction started because of Star Trek, because people wanted to see, Kirk and Spock get it on.
I mean, it's just if you're going to
He leaves the
do
room.
that kind of thing, you write it that way, and you write it from the beginning. You don't have your well-established characters suddenly start batting for the other team. Like the one time that actually was like, why the fuck, was actually an Overwatch lore where they already had a gay character. I believe it was Tracer was gay, right? Tracer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool, because it was that way from the beginning, damn near, and there was like hints towards it, like athletic tomboy. Yeah, we get it, but like They go, oh yeah, by the way, 76 is also gay. I'm like, what? Like, it came out of left field like years later. Like, oh yeah, 76 smokes pole. We're like, where the fuck did this come from?
That did the exact same thing with Apex. Like, out of nowhere, hey, so Gibraltar's gay and Bloodhound is non-binary.
Wait. Gibraltar is gay?
Yes.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Gibraltar
Bloodhound makes sense.
No, hold on. Gibraltar would destroy dudes. The fuck you talking? It'd be a hole.
Having been
keep
to
stable
Polynesian
relationship
countries,
shit.
Guard, let me tell you, he would not.
Like, god damn it, man. Like, but the thing is, though, they can't just write a gay. It's not hard to write a gay character. Like, look at Emily Bronze. I'm like teasing that shit, and I have people always sending me emails going, so they gonna fuck. I'm like, just relax, man. But they do it.
Your fan base? No.
Yeah, I'm shocking. I know, but in Hollywood, in all these mainstream games, they do it in such a ham-fisted fuck fashion. Like, it's kind of, it sounds dumb, but they are trivializing gay people. Like, it's so odd. Oh yeah, you want to be included? Eeny, meeny, miny, you're gay. It's like, what the, like, give them a gay character. Write a gay character. It's like, hey, just so you guys know, I like men, and we'll all go, I don't give a fuck, and we'll move on. Like, I was telling, we did a D&D stream last Wednesday. I think it was last Wednesday, where the point was, we don't care that you're gay. Like, I don't know where the stereotype of like conservatives, like, people think that conservatives hunt gays like for sport. I swear to God, like, I don't know where this, like, it's like one bad story of like these uber hardcore acorn munching rednecks beating a gay kid up. Okay, you know that happens, but then they typecast everyone who even sniffs Budweiser as like these homosexual hunting deviants who like were like the fucking deadliest game on like their cornfield or some shit. But none of us actually care. Like, we don't care. Like, hey, like in the army, it's like, hey, I just want to let you guys know I'm gay. I'm like, cool. When the fuck is lunch? Like, I do not care. Like, what are our hit times? And it seems like they've pushed it so hard that these actual gay folks and gay players and gay characters, they're just so like just trivialized. Like, being gay is not a like a personality. You know?
It's not a fad. It's not something you just jump onto.
Yeah, I mean, it seems
part of it comes from the fact that there are these like white papers going around Hollywood writing rooms that explicitly tell them like what they are and are not allowed to put into the writing. So, for example, they'll say like females cannot be mentored by men. They cannot be rescued by men.
But what's the point in that? Like,
well,
if you were a good writer, you could still do that and make it not being like mansplaining to your fucking female main character. You can have these female characters rescue male characters in a completely writer-friendly way. The audience will recognize team building and character development. Like, it's not hard, but they're just so bad at it. And I'm so pissed that I ain't getting money for shit with what I would call passable writing, but they're getting paid thousands of dollars and are just fucking white pages. Like, I just don't get it, man. Like, is it like connections, or like they part of like the proper party or some shit? Like, what is it?
Probably that one, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all just kind of these think tank things, drafting things up for trying to make things more equitable, make things more better with the writing.
Fucking equity. I think the last Wednesday we were talking about like merit and how it should be like merit-based stuff. Equity is like the opposite of merit. Like, I get that sometimes a guy needs a bigger box to reach the shelves. I get that. But you shouldn't remove merit in order to do it. That's where the problem comes in, when you remove the entire reward of merit, of earning things. And now the topic I want to discuss, me and Iron were I think I was watching you post about it, and I was looking at videos, but this newest D&D book that came out, which is a non-merit based book. They picked up these people purely for the color of their skin and said, hey, write a D&D book. In Ironcaster, what race did they create?
Oh, are we talking about the monkeys now?
The monkey.
Yes.
So
You're
so-
shitting me.
So
Oh my
this
God.
this D&D book created by all colored writers, I believe is what it is. There's not a single white writer in the entire book, or what they say anyway.
Well, you
And-
might be confusing that with the other book that had like all non-white writers.
Oh, well, because white people bad, but for the most part,
Well-
but it wasn't merit based. They were picked solely. They were picked for racial means, which is already kind of fucked up. But D&D's been like just spouting, racism bad, slavery bad, white players bad. But then they go and they make a slave race, don't they?
I'm pulling it up right now.
We fact checking this.
Hold on.
So
Can
they
you
make
post this in the chat when
they-
we get it,
they-
please?
they-
I wanna
they-
see
they
that
make-
shit.
I'm sharing the Twitter link, the Twitter feed of some guy who was complaining about like the fact that this existed.
And well, thing is, like, the guy was like, "What the fuck?" And he's black, and people were lighting him on fire for it. I was like, "But he's right." What the fuck are you talking about?
I need permission.
No, I'll go to podcast chat.
Oh.
Right up.
Yeah.
There you go.
I still can't.
What? Hold on.
Yeah, the gamers can.
Podcast
What?
guest.
Oh yeah, no, we don't. That's yeah.
Give me a second.
Probably a
I'll
good idea.
fix it.
But
Garbage is the best
Podcast.
host
Good
ever.
enough.
NA, let's go.
We have
Sit-
to
send
bend down and
messages.
kiss the centaur hooves
Oh,
first.
don't you fucking start, you animals! Jesus.
Wow,
Message
calling us
history.
animals. That's
Yeah, seriously.
mm.
Let me-
Like Darv, you get a pass on, but like, come on.
Pardon me.
26 minutes,
Pardon me as
I
I
mean, true, but fuck you.
let me grab the cross. Hold on, I'll put
I bet
myself
you would.
onto it. All right, now try now.
Oh, so is that what we're doing?
It should allow you now to go
There
on
we go.
podcast chat. There you go.
That's good.
Hey, we're in.
There's
there
the
it
stuff.
is.
Give me that sweet link, daddy. Yeah, okay, here it is. So they make this
Okay.
slave race, right? And which is, I mean, I get it. Sometimes, I mean, it happens. Slavery does happen in fantasy. It happens all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
But they made the slave race monkey people.
No shot.
They did.
This is
So-
a thing.
So
they did the thing.
they're called hadozes because chimpanzees is too on the nose. But yeah, so Nightskin GM Kendo was over there fucking, he's got he's got the Twitter pronoun bio bullshit, but he's right. Like I will tell people are on dot when they are, but like he's like, what the fuck? And this is like which is the Coast D&D, like who's always pushing this fucking this agenda bullshit, and they have the balls to make the Hadozee race and then make them a slave race, and they are fucking chimpanzee people.
They sent us back, man. They sent us back.
Well,
Oh,
if
it gets better.
well, so Iron, you know what, Iron, take it away.
So a wizard comes, and I kind of read over this a little bit. It's been a while. Let's see. Several hundred years ago, a wizard named Yazir, the Hadozee, visited the homeworld. With a small fleet of spelljammer ships, the wizard felt the captives of the experiments of the elixir. He gave them a bunch of elixirs that made them made them sentient, made them smart, and then they were happy for being slaves.
Well,
Okay.
here's some shit.
Hmm.
Do we remember what they said about orcs back in the day? About how orcs were obvious black African American
Oh
analogs.
yeah,
yeah.
I remember this
Yeah.
guy.
Now
Yeah.
listen to this personality trait of these Hadozes. Most Hadozee were innately and actively curious and were unquenchable optimists. Okay, pretty good. This latter quality lent itself to a tendency to tell dark jokes at inappropriate times. I can relate. We've all been there.
Same.
They were expressive, intensely so, resorting to loud whooping, fang-bearing, and snarling depending on the emotion. Here's where it gets fucking just weird, man. Hadozee were not philosophers. They gave little consideration to the ethics and morals of other races. They simply wanted to do good work and happy work. They took great joy in the simplest of shipboard tasks and chores. The Hadozee had a great love of the elves. The elves employed Hadozee often, but did not mutually respect them. Oftentimes, this love of elves resulted in flattery towards them. So it's literally like singing How to Z spirituals in the fields. Like it's so ridiculous. And Iron, who wrote this book? Do you know? Like who wrote this one?
I'll be honest, I've been avoiding this book like the plague, just because, I mean, everything post Tasha's from 5th edition has been just crap.
Can't agree, yes.
But I'm sure D&D 1's gonna fix it, or 1D&D, or what the fuck it is.
Oh, you mean the one where before you even knew anything about it, they had to make sure that you could see yourself in the game?
Yeah. Like, I don't get how D&D, which was escapism of reality, has to reflect reality. And here's the thing that I kind of want to talk on, as from a published writer standpoint. But sometimes slavery happens. It's going to sound horrible. Someone's going to clip this shit. But sometimes you can have a good slavery arc. You can write slavery.
Yeah.
You can write slavery well, and still demonize it. And say, hey, they're being preyed upon by a stronger race, whatever that race may be, whether it's lizard people or shorter elves or apparently these chimpanzee folk, which is so fucking retarded.
But even then, I think more importantly, the story of liberating slaves.
Yes.
They can't even do now.
Well, here's the thing, though. The reason why, as a DM or GM or CC, whatever y'all use, it gives your heroes the ability to have a fucking hero layup. Like, okay, here's your mission. This race of sentient big titty fox girls are being enslaved. Your job is to go and unslave them. And ta-da, you have a fucking 4-month arc built in place. The objective is simple. Slavery is bad. Now, you can have players who do the opposite route, which is also a thing. But then you bring in NPCs to punish the players. You can write it out to where a slavery thing can be done well and appropriately. And in real life, whether it's with orcs or elves or humans or whatever else, slavery is always going to happen. There's no avoiding it. The Romans enslaved every fucking color under the sun. Like, they enslaved other Romans for political virtues, which is interesting, isn't it? But slavery always happens. Like, there are insects who have other slave insects. It's just a part of nature. And no matter how hard you push, everyone knows slavery is bad. There's no, like, I am totally for slavery party. Ain't no one doing that shit. We don't need a D&D company telling us, did you know that slavery is bad? Like, no shit, Sherlock. Oh, I had no idea. Like, where's this shit come from?
Don't forget, we've got to also then tell that story again the next 20 times.
Well, retelling stories, let's loop back to Hollywood. Like, has there been one original movie out of, like, how many original movies out of Hollywood have there been that have not been remakes? John Wick is one. I'll give him John Wick.
Did you see The Norseman?
I have not yet, but I have everyone I know in real.
Fantastic change of pace.
Everyone in real life is saying I should watch it because I'm in the movie. I'm like, no, I'm not. Shut up.
I was.
No,
gonna
you
make that
definitely
joke.
are.
You are definitely the main character.
Okay, I do have one movie.
What's up?
I have one movie I can recommend that I've seen in the last couple weeks. It's brand new. You can watch it for free.
What's that?
Shark Side of the Moon.
What? Hold up, I'm
What?
looking this up right
say
now. This
Shark
is my
Side of the Moon?
wheelhouse.
That has
Yes.
to be like a space version of Sharknado. That's all I'm getting. Like
Sharknado.
a meteor of sharks.
Sharknado in space.
There is, in fact, a Queen of the Shark people on the moon.
Yo, let's go. Okay.
I mean, where else would she be?
What is this?
This looks like my cup of tea.
So
Is this a prequel to Street Sharks?
street shark. So like
This is the epilogue.
the one thing I will kind of recognize is that they're finally doing an Africa like an Africa history based movie. It's about a female warrior queen, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it looks
With
really
Viola
good.
Davis.
Yeah, and I can't wait. But why can't they do that more? Like, they keep injecting these black characters in all these obviously white roles, but they're not doing, like, I was like, finally, they're finally doing a black African in Africa movie with black actors and African setting, like it's a layup. Like it's basically like Wakanda, but real in Africa. Like who would have fucking thought that shit?
Yeah, when I first saw that trailer, I thought it was for the Wakanda Forever movie. It turns out it was something completely different. But at the end of the day, that's kind of what's selling and what's pushing product right now is all female black colored cast, and somebody has to be gay. As long as you hit those 3 points, people are going to see your movie, even if just for that purpose.
Well, even all black female cast, based on historical evidence, is going to sell movies, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like by all means, make a Shaka Zulu fucking movie for God's sakes.
I would watch the fuck out of that.
I know. And like, I mean, and it's, I don't get why they just refuse to do so. Like, Africa has a wealth of history, some not great, but it can be made into pretty good fucking movies. But
perfect.
But instead, they take, okay, so I will say one thing, as a like DM and all, like, take the Rings of Power, right? The Hutu Amazons? Yeah. I think so, but like the Rings of Power. There's a black female dwarf, something. I forget what her rank is. Now, anyone who's even studied biology knows that's a whole like. There's not a lot of sun underground, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they wanted black dwarves, why not have like an open air Karak that is in a big open volcano mountain and the sun shines in, and you could have a whole original done black dwarves. You have a whole black dwarf cast, but instead of going the extra mile and doing the work in writing these cultures and writing these characters, let's go. Here's your token black character as a dwarf. Thanks. Like the black elf is completely fine. Why not? There's a lot of sunshine up there on fucking top of the planet. You could have come from the equator. Who the fuck knows? You know where you find dark skinned people. And
they've only got $1 billion spent on this show.
Yeah, only 1 billion.
Well, they couldn't take a little section out for better writing. Like what the fuck? Like they're
also. I'd also point out where are the beards.
Where are the female
That's an
beards?
actual thing in the Lord of the Rings story is that female dwarves have beards.
Who's this? Your son? That's my wife. Like that was part of the culture. Like even in my books, the female dwarves have big ass fucking sideburns and shit because it's part of the look. You know what I mean?
Look like.
But like it seems like that Hollywood is kind of running on fumes. There's always all these fucking remakes, like the remake in Pinocchio. What else are they fucking remaking? Fucking
Scream. Let me tell you, that was
Scream.
Disaster.
Oh, we're getting the Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're getting another Little Mermaid?
No.
Little Mermaid, and the controversy behind that is absolutely fantastic. I love watching it go down because I love watching.
So
yeah, all these like Disney live action remakes that are doing now.
Well, I already don't care for the live action remakes because, I don't need to see Mufasa die again in real time. That was already traumatizing when I was 4.
Why are they making
now,
Snow
one of the
White
biggest
a
things-
colored character?
They're making her black, and then they're having Ariana Grande, whom I forgot what race she is, but she's brown in the movie. She's gonna be Ariel, and everybody's losing their shit of like, oh, Ariel needs to be white. We're moving past that. She needs to be black to be cultural. That's
well,
the thing. She's a mermaid. There was no culture.
But here's the thing, though. Like Hollywood, if you want a black fucking mermaid, write a black mermaid story. Make a story of a black mermaid off the coast of the Horn of Africa, like fucking with ships.
If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Ariel have a black sister?
I was about to say there is an actual original black character.
Yeah, and isn't she
see.
deaf or something?
Ariel's sisters.
Oh, playing off that idea, I'd want to make her like a pirate queen.
I don't believe
that'd be
so.
cool.
That'd be dope.
So basically, it's $7 for the 7 Seas, and there's like a slightly tan one, but none of them are black.
Okay.
Because
Let's be honest, when was the last time I watched
there
Little
is
Mermaid?
fan art of a black mermaid
course
called
there is.
the Black Sea Mermaid, which is a bit on the nose, but it's just what it
Really?
is. So
That's where she is?
So the lore is that he has $7 for the 7 Seas, and because Poseidon and all the bullshit. But there are no Disney canonical black mermaid. But the thing is, though, I could write my piddly podunk ass could write a stellar black mermaid story off the coast of Africa. She's fucking with Dutch Indian Trade Company ships. It would write itself. You could have a black mermaid saving slaves by sinking ships, but they don't do it. Imagine how compelling it would be to have this muscly, bulky, fucking awesome, strong ass African mermaid woman. You could pick a slew of female actors to do this. But as a caveat, you must have a Samuel L. Jackson mermaid. Must be a thing. Must be a thing.
Oh yeah.
But like say like we like I want to be say I'm a woke writer. I want to write a woke mermaid story. They think okay, black mermaid, that's fine. But instead of creating their own culture, they want to hijack the culture of old. My Little Mermaid. My Little Mermaid? My Little Mermaid? That's wrong.
Just
anyway,
The Little Mermaid.
Thank you.
Is that just the snort?
The Little Mermaid. Thank you. But they go, okay, we'll make her black. It's so tone deaf. It's so boring. It's so lazy. Like you could find writers on Tumblr who could write a pretty damn good black African mermaid story. It's not hard.
You find them on Fiverr, my dude.
Well, the thing is, imagine how elated the wokeness would be if there was a mermaid story about a black mermaid drowning white people. It would sell billions. Like it'd be a blockstar hit. You know what? I'd be fine with it. Like hell yeah, drown that fucking cracker. Like I'll be all for it there. But instead, they want to hijack culture, not create culture. It's why I started doing these stories on YouTube. I never thought I would be, making books and shit. I just want to write a fun story about these bunch of goobers doing goober shit in Fantasyland. And even me, I found an audience, and it kind of went on from there. Hollywood could fucking just hammer slam billions of dollars by just making creative shit.
That's the difference. Is we're all wanting them to make it, but that takes too much time and effort when we could, steal something that's already been made, remaster it, quote unquote, and then push it out again for profit at very little spending budget.
But the thing is, you're basically taking a chicken, like you have a chicken, right? It's a nice juicy chicken, so good. And it's an original chicken, and everyone pulls the meat off the bones. And there's some meat left. You go, all right, we'll have a second dinner on this chicken. By the sixth dinner, there's just bones and sadness. Like, leave that chicken alone. Make a new fucking chicken.
And then years later, you slap a beak on it and call that same chicken a duck. But now it's reformed.
I hate how accurate that is. Fuck you. How dare how fucking dare you? Good lord. So, Iron, what do you think?
Well, I mean, part of the problem though is, again, there's a top-down, effectively casting where we want to tell that. If we want to tell that story, they need to make sure, and I say they as in these Hollywood elites, these activists who they get their back pats for look how good of a progressive ally I am. I hired a black. It's more so about they need to make sure that for, say, the new She-Hulk, we need to make sure we have a woman directing each episode. Not about the best person. It's we need to make sure we can check the right box.
I mean, it shouldn't be about checking boxes. I mean, it really shouldn't be about checking boxes. It shouldn't be. I don't know how they got in this pattern of just checking boxes. If you're checking a box, you're not creating. You're making a list. And I think the boys know, they know it, but you don't, Iron, about. I was so close to getting actually published by one of these companies, and I already forgot the names. Got from my mind because I got brain damage, of course, from a fucking jello head. But they wanted me to change the main character to either be a fucking Latino woman, or make the main character gay for the son analog, Chickily. And then change so-and-so character, and then make you and the good guys in America the bad guys, and make Trump the big evil. They wanted to rewrite this entire book and just flip it, and it was just like, God. I thought it was all kind of overblown. I was on the back end of all this drama shit, and I didn't realize how bad it was until I wanted to get published, and I saw the belly of the beast with this fucking, creation process. Like a lot of the
you saw the checklist.
Yeah,
that's how they do it though. To to get you in the door. Well,
I know.
it was. I mean, it's been a slow roll takeover of just about everything that's been going on for like the better part of a decade. It just we always kind of laughed at it off, like, and say like, oh, none of this stuff matters that they're actually going for, and no, the activist types that were going into the universities were going for these positions of power and control. I mean, look at any HR.
Look at what?
Any HR department.
Oh,
Oh,
I got
true.
you. I
Yeah.
got you. Yeah. Well, that's one of the things where my favorite saying. I probably Twitch may get mad at this, but fuck it. I'm like being silenced today. Like I as a Viking-looking white dude can walk into a store and I can yell out a particular word. I'll be drummed up for hate speech and be labeled a racist and be canceled by everyone else. But if another person does it, no one gives a fuck. Like it's like, man, I haven't dealt with HR in forever, but like you had to if you were a white, you walked on eggshells. Like you couldn't say certain words, make certain phrases. Like I remember when I was working at where was it? PetSmart. So I was working at PetSmart on the morning stock, and I was afraid to talk to women, bro. Like I was afraid to tell them good morning. I was afraid of being too nice to them because if it was construed as me hitting on them or harassing them, I could get fucking drummed up and charges pressed, for God's sakes. Like,
Zero tolerance.
I mean, I get that. I get that there are guys who are just absolute fucking meme lords who are like, nice socks you're wearing today, Karen. Can I smell them? Like, there are those people out there, I'm sure. But they've kind of plastered the entire male gender with this shit. And it's even movies and games and all that, you can't really escape it. It's just everywhere.
One bad apple taints the rest. That's why I find it funny. I'll go back to what you said just a second ago. That's why I feel bad for some of my white friends when they're hanging out with me IRL, because I am a person of color. They feel so compelled to walk on eggshells around me, not because of me, but because of everybody else around me who was going to be offended on my behalf.
See, that's the thing I don't get, is being offended on someone else's behalf. And it's always white women doing that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. I even told one of them, like, I'm not offended. I don't know why you're coming to defend me. Well, even though you're not offended, if it was anybody else, they might have been. Well, that's A, might have been, but B, it isn't anybody else. It's me that they're talking to, and I don't take offense. Please go away. 6 feet and all that.
Yeah. Like, I don't think you guys were here, but it was me. My brain is so fucking horrible with names. But we were discussing D&D and merit and all that stuff, and we're talking about how, like, the big push for, like making room for gay players in D&D or like trans players or whatever. And it seems like there's some kind of idea that the D&D 5e book, somewhere in that book it said no gays and no women allowed. Like at no point were you ever not allowed to be gay and play or have a lesbian relationship in your D&D game. No one said you couldn't do that. And then you have games like what was it, Thirsty Sword Lesbians or some shit, where it's mostly all about being a thirsty sword lesbian. I'm like, that's a very narrow gap to play in, for one.
Which, by the way, have you actually looked at that?
Yes, I have, and I saw the giant pronoun page of the NPCs. It's cringe. I mean,
Did you see the part where where there was like a mission about literally convincing women to not be straight?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
It has a what?
What?
That's oddly
Yes.
specific.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Now, do you have proof of this? Like, is there actually a page in there that you can screenshot?
Start
I
flipping
gotta
through the
find
book.
Because-
I was gonna say, did Guard
the thing was,
unironically just
like,
say sauce?
No,
At one
I'm
point, they
just saying.
released
I'm just
PDF
saying.
free.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Like it's kind of faddish about this whole pronoun thing. Like you can't go on Twitter not see a fucking pronouns in the bio, which is already kind of dumb. Because when this COVID happens, you gotta trust the science, bro. Bro, the science says it's coming to get you. It's gonna fucking eat your face. But when then science says, hey, there's XXXY, suddenly it's like, we don't trust that science. That's faux science.
You got different chromosomes?
You're born XX, you fucking bigot. Like, It's funny about being born male makes you a bigot, like out the gate.
Like you have to like wear a T-shirt that says what you pander to, so that way people don't immediately hate you within 3 seconds.
By the way, you being a black person in real life using a white guy avatar, that's appropriating my culture, sir. I will have words later.
My nuts, suck them.
Suck my big chocolatey balls, my friend.
Like I said, if it weren't for the fact that for the first time before we were actually supposed to meet you, I'm like, okay, so if I have a female avatar, he's just gonna roast me for an hour and a half. I mean, I'm cool with that, but I'll go with the dude, I guess. Every single other video that we're in, especially if it takes place in VR chat, I am a girl somehow.
I'm a big titty white girl.
Monster girl.
Oh, monster girl. Okay, I got you.
Very short.
So you being a black D&D enthusiast, when you see the headline, "Can Dungeons and Dragons banish its racism problem?" Like, do you take it for real, or are you like, these fucking, like, how's that affect you as a person of color?
It was a head scratcher. Just like every single one of us, we're all POCs, and I was like, "There's a racism problem in D&D." I've had some asshole DMs or GMs or whatever you want to refer to them as, but I never knew that there was a racist problem. Sounds like you need to change D&D groups.
And I mean, like, I've had so many games where I've been a player or DMing, and the only problems I had with like races is when people try and like have race wars, like mostly against elves. It's always elves for some fucking reason. Like, race war against the elves.
Man,
like,
that's crazy. I wonder how that happens.
Yeah, it's a real wonder.
Can't imagine.
And like the only like I've had players sell NPCs into slavery, but it's like, for the time frame of you're in a medieval fantasy setting, and there's always a slave trade somewhere where it's like, I need cash, and it's like, that's pretty fucked up. And then you go, well, here's some anti-slavers, and like basically you make an encounter where your PCs get the shit beat out of them by fucking anti-slavers, and you can do it that way. But like, I've never known a racist problem in D&D. Like, I've never had that thought ever even come to mind. Like,
There's not.
Well, like, I've had male and female, black and Latino and Asian players in my games, and I've always had fun. I think, and like, I've never been like, ooh, sorry, I don't take black players. Like who does that? Like, ooh, sorry, Asian players can't do it. Like, no one. I have not known one person, even on 4chan, to do that shit. Like, it just doesn't happen.
I think it's
Even if you did, it's not a D&D problem at that point. It's a problem with that.
It's a person problem. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to the first time we were on with you. We were talking about D&D for like an hour and 10 minutes, and the topic of like main character syndrome came up, and I think that's what it is. Like, you're not pandering to what this person's expecting, and now they're going to turn it into, oh, they're only doing this to me because I'm insert reason here.
Mm-hmm. So you all are aware of, like, like me and Neckbeardia, we repeat stories. We find green tech stories and tell them, or I write stories. And there are people who, there's a bit of a problem, people who are looked down on, these content repackagers. The thing is, not everyone can go and find his D&D stories and read them. Sometimes you just want to listen while you're at work, right? You just want something that's to fill the void in your head and keep your demons down so it won't keep barking at you. And it's why on YouTube there are content repackagers, people who repackage content and put it in a way for so you can consume it, like Neckbeardia or Larry the Lobster or Den of the Drake. They all perform. Be Sever. I feel attacked.
Shut the fuck up, Mikey.
I was keeping it quiet. You drew attention to it.
So the guys do a service, right? They hey, I found this funny green text story. I'm going to voice it for you, repackage it, add some images, and put it on YouTube so you, the consumer, can sit at work, listen, laugh, and enjoy the hobby still. But these people have more or less formed a line on the ground where I think some of you may know these names, but like, take Neckbeardia, for instance, my friend James, and then take, in comparison, Crit Crab, right? Neckbeardia is almost always funny. It's like funny stories, funny threads. it's never really overtly political in a way, except if he mentions the Catholics and he goes off on a fucking tangent. But it's usually non-political.
Those are the best.
Then-
Those are the best.
Yeah. And then on-
This one
As a
today.
Catholic, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
It
Oh, we
really
are,
is.
huh?
And then on Crit Crap
It's like,
side,
oh, I forgot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Thanks for the reminder.
That was
Catholic-
over a couple years.
Catholics, pagans in disguise. Yeah, but you know. But
I love
but but you know, on the Crit Crap side or these other more like hate mongers, it's always I had a Nazi in my D&D group or racist D&D DM is blown out. It's always some like political motive behind the videos. And it always just makes me laugh. Like they're like it's not about humor anymore. Like Crispy and a few of these content repackagers make it funny. They like Dinner the Drake makes it funny at least. Crispy keeps it funny. Crow keeps it funny. But there are these other ones who make it always political. Like you can go in YouTube and type in Nazi DM D&D. And it's just bop, 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 all these like hate mongers.
Like I told you before, Guard, it's the bad stories that get the most attention.
Well-
it's never the good ones.
Well, I get that. but-
Everyone's a
but,
train wreck.
but some of these stories about where I
Sure.
defeated a Nazi in D&D, it's such like, and everyone clapped, and then the one guy sucked your dick, and he became range buddies. Like it's like, oh, okay, this definitely happened. Thanks, Reddit. Like,
Thanks, Reddit.
thanks, Reddit. It's just so cringe, and it's causing this schism to develop in the D&D community, where you have these super woke D&D players, right, who are all about like, this is my purple tiefling named Zimzer or some bullshit, and the other side was just like, man, I sure love playing D&D. It's like one side's about the escapism, going and killing orcs and goblins and elven racial crimes or whatever, and the other side is all about like this Puritan agenda stuff where you gotta defeat fantasy Trump in a dungeon or whatever. It's just, I don't know, man.
I'm starting to like it more and more. Actually, it's a good screening process to keep the weirdos out of my games.
Well, that's the thing though, is like,
Have you seen your players?
this is why most folks gatekeep. I mean, really, like gatekeeping is kind of like, it's so frowned upon. Like I gatekeep people. Like there are guys who send me emails like, hey, I didn't like how you tomahawked a chicken in the face. You're like, okay, don't fucking read it. I can't apologize to you.
Bad
Like,
Tell them it
judge,
gets
dude.
worse.
Yeah. Don't worry, comrade. It gets a lot worse. Like,
If you flip to the next page, it's gonna get better. I
yeah.
swear.
But I mean, it happens all the time, though. Like, thankfully, it's kind of weaned off because I don't like react to these people. Like, you should stop writing this. I'm like, fuck off. Like, it's like 2 words in an email.
Was
fuck
that Kurt
off.
Krabs' voice?
No. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen, the last time I actually listened to the Crit Crab video was when he self-inserted himself into one of fucking Den the Drake's videos. Like, oh, this fucking guy. Like,
Did he really?
yeah. Well, apparently, the thing is, they leverage off, like, they won't admit to it, but we all know what you're doing. You're leveraging off Crit Crab's name to pull in more viewers and spread your channel. That's part of the game. I get that. But there are better people than Crit Crab, who's just a fucking, like, cringe monger. Like, well, Cringe Crab got popular off of the D&D beat during the crispy coronavirus, and he's more or less using the outrage, like, ooh, my Nazi DM farted in my face and stole my girlfriend, and he takes those videos and just pumps them up, and honestly, half of those fuckers seem fake, but he's
Yeah,
using,
some of them are kind of ridiculous.
but he's using the outrage to, boost himself up. And that's why we rated this channel with bread. Why I lost my first Discord. But that's long history ago. But these content repackagers are doing a service on one hand. Like a lot of the content repackagers are simply here's this funny D&D story of my guys being goofy. Here's it in audio form, and here, have a listen. And it's entertaining. Like, if you guys take the time to go through, and don't do it, it's a waste of time, but check out all these D&D story channels. One side is always trying to entertain, like Nick Beardia. Just be entertaining, make you laugh, make the crushing reality of death and taxes a little less on your shoulders. And the other side is trying to outrage and make you gurn and just, like, I don't know, like just rage baiting on your fucking desk. Oh, we are Nazi DM, get to Earth. Like, it's just like, God damn it. And it wasn't like this. Like, when did this shit happen? Like what? Like, it happened so slowly. I didn't realize we were boiling in the fucking water pot until it was too late. Like, when did this shit happen?
Like, they managed to turn escapism, like escaping reality for a little bit, into roleplay fantasy, something that you'd really like to see happen.
Yeah, but like it was like 2020, 2019, 2018. Like, I swear to God, it was like overnight. I was like, oh fuck, what the fuck? You know, like, I didn't see it happening until it was way too fucking late. But I can't figure out when it happened.
I mean, part of it's the YouTube algorithms, or not even just YouTube. It's the social media algorithms where, for the longest time, outrage would be the thing that would get people's attention. And it was like all the police stuff was like, oh yeah, this is gonna. Everyone wanted to click on it because, like, I can't believe this. Like, people are just addicted to the outrage. They want to have a justified, like, enemy to want to fight against.
Yeah. I mean, look at the cancel culture. That was hot for a long time.
Oh yeah, getting canceled by like 0.23% of people. Yeah, great.
Because drama gets clicks.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, there's no merit in drama. Like, there's nothing earned from just spreading drama. It's just such a it's a very empty rice cake of a topic. Like, I don't know, but like Iron, I swear, half your fucking Twitter feeds is nothing but this kind of shit, because it's all there is really in there. I mean, it's always something exploding or some fucking bullshit.
Because it's gone everywhere. There is like no niche hobby you can escape to. I mean, PlayStation stuff is always funny to watch, sure, but like, of like the outrage of like the Sony ponies who will just defend everything the company does.
Did you just say Sony ponies?
Oh yeah.
What,
yeah, you never heard that?
What in the goddamn?
What in the goddamn?
We still have console wars, baby, in 2020.
Oh yeah, Sony ponies.
Oh
yeah, that's still a thing.
The elite PlayStation users versus the people that versus Xbox and PC, because we can shake hands now. We're the same company.
Oh, you gotta watch it. Like, anytime like a formerly Sony exclusive game winds up coming out onto another console, like, it is like the end of the world. Like, when that Spider-Man PS4 game came out, a guy lost his shit, took his PlayStation 4 outside, and took a circular saw to it because it was no longer a PlayStation exclusive.
There was a guy that straight up said that he wanted to bomb Sony headquarters. It's an actual thing. It's crazy.
I'll tell you, we cannot make colonies on Mars fast enough, man. There's too many fucking people, and they're all fucking wigging out.
I like to think we quote make colonies on Mars and we just send them into space.
All we need is one good wars, kind of like just 5% down. That's all we need.
Right? Yeah, just get everyone, put them in a tin can, and just shove it into deep space.
I mean,
I got bad news for you guys. All the rich elites are gonna leave us, and we're gonna be stuck here with them. They're stuck here with us.
Maybe we can fix it, because these rich people who are out of touch are the ones fucking everything up.
Yeah.
Well,
with you. You're in here with me.
I swear to God, they're bored or something. Where it's like,
bored.
Like, it sounds dumb, but it seems like the rich folk are bored and trying to, like, think of like almost every Hollywood actor out there. They're always pushing all these fucking agendas. Like, are you just bored? Too much money in your pocket? Like, what the fuck? Oh, like, speaking of which, how about that Batgirl movie that got canned and hidden away in a cave?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Apparently,
kind of bummed.
Apparently that thing was so fucking bad. The guy said, bury it. Like, they burned millions and said, you know what? If we release this, we're dead. They just buried that bitch.
I mean, even what I've heard through my little grapevine is they looked at it, said, we're gonna have to spend another $20-30 million on this, and then by that point we're talking about $110 million for what was supposed to be a streaming only movie.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that there's no once it's on streaming, it's on streaming. There's no secondary revenue of buy it on DVD, watch it on TNT, or any of that. It's
Fox,
like, no,
it's HBO or whatever the hell else.
There is no financial incentive to do it, and it was like, it was actually cheaper just to eat the $90 million.
Well, from what I heard, it was so like horribly woke that it was just like it just wasn't worth it. Like these guys knew that. I mean, I think all of us here know who the common denominator in most of the comic book genre is, and it's not pink-haired, blue-haired Zers who are the main, bulk of comic readers. It's going to be these little nerdy or odd-looking white and black dudes, who are the biggest denominator of readers.
Absolutely.
And it seems that like everyone's so afraid to actually say this shit on YouTube too. Like well, it's for the other side. Like, just say it. Like, these movies aren't made for the majority; they're made for the minority. The minority ain't got money. There's a guy who was like in the very early stage of the book series. I'm not gonna buy your book because you don't have any fucking money. You're gonna buy it anyway. Fuck off. These people aren't gonna buy your shit. These people who are going like, we need yada yada, they're not gonna have the money to go buy comics and go watch your fucking movie. Like, you want to pander, and it is pandering towards the larger portion of your buyer base. And when you have a Batgirl movie, it's gonna be aimed at white and black dudes who are like, man, I sure like comics. Are you telling me that in these huge companies in Hollywood who know how the business is done, not one guy said, sir, we may not want to do that? Like, y'all seen the comic of like the guy trying to sell burgers? It's one of the fucking goddamn, hold on.
Centrist burger guy?
No, it's from the guy. Yeah, here it is. So it's God damn it, what's your name? Oh, hold on. So Stone Toss. So Stone Toss did a comic. I posted in the chat for y'all because y'all can see the comic and recognize it. Behold, our newest ad campaign. It's like a black dude kissing a white dude. It says tasty.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure it's supposed to sell more burgers? Burgers. Like, it's kind of the same thing. Like, they forget, like, hey, we're trying to sell burgers here, and it's like, this is just like a lion fighting and killing a gazelle. Like, burgers? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I mean, part of it though is there are these these equity firms out there that have just money to throw around, where they'll say something to the effect of, "We'll give you $20 million if you push this narrative, this agenda, this material in your comics. We want you to put more. We want you to push more LGBT into the comics. Make Superman gay."
Well, I mean, they can do that, but they're going to lose money. Like, by all means, make Superman gay. Make him the fastest bullet in a man's anus. But if it's not fun to watch or read, no one's going to buy the fucking thing. Like, you can virtue signal to, like, the big virtue Batman all you want, but if your comic sucks dick, literally, no one's going to come watch the fucking thing, or read the fucking thing, or buy the fucking thing. Like,
it's probably woke culture.
Well, here's the thing, though. A gay Superman can work, but they're so fucking creatively bankrupt, they can't write a gay Superman. Like, it can be done. I would have no problems with a gay Superman. Like, just souping up fucking dudes and off he goes to a fucking, like, truck stop.
Isn't it just Superman?
Yeah, it's still just Superman. Like, instead of writing
it's super.
Superman. So instead of writing a Superman that is just simply a gay Superman who still does Superman shit, it's just all about him just being gay. Like, they zero on the whole gay part. Like, he wants to kiss dudes. Like, what about saving the world?
Superman goes to San Diego.
No, they did the same thing in that movie, the Eternals. Now, one of the characters was gay, and even though you are this god character, they wanted to take time to really accentuate. By the way, this is how gay he is. He's on screen with his husband. They're kissing on camera, and they're both black. Do you approve of us minorities?
The thing is, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that movie.
See, I didn't watch it because I knew. Literally, I looked. I went, that's gonna be dog shit. I didn't watch it. Man.
Dog shit.
It was really bad.
It was 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours of dog shit.
Wow. My favorite part of those though is when they were to try to put that into China, or the Middle East, they'll like happily like let's go ahead and cut all this.
Like they did Finn, Finn's actor, Star Wars. They did him dirty.
Oh
When-
yeah,
when
they,
that
they
movie-
destroyed
They
that
really
man.
did.
When that movie came out in China, they removed. I think they either minimized or removed Finn. They sterilized a black man off a movie poster. Like, and it's amazing. Like, and thing is, what is with the woke folks in hating black people? And I say that because of the fact Aunt Jemima was a beloved black brand.
That pisses me off
That
to this day.
shit, that pissed me off.
I don't want to talk about that right
But,
now.
but
Uncle
no, no,
Ben.
no, 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 no,
And
no.
Uncle Ben. And Uncle
But here's
Ben's.
the thing: a white
They
person went.
killed Uncle Ben
No,
twice.
here's the thing: a white person went. That black person offends me. Remove it. And it went. I'm doing good. Are you out of your fucking mind?
The easiest way I could break this down, because they thought seeing Uncle Ben's face and Aunt Jemima's face, where the pictures of them on the bottle and on the box, it's depicting them as slaves. Whereas now we need to take them off of it because we don't want slave culture to have any sort of prevalence in today's society. It's like, it's a bottle of maple syrup. I still have one with her face on it, by the way. Never getting
Good.
rid of it.
That's kind of fucked up if you just
keep it.
assume they're slaves, but whatever.
Oh, I know.
That's the thing. They assumed. Oh, it's a black.
That's-
Like
Now, if the creator openly said that, then I'd have an issue with it.
Or my favorite one though is the Land of Lakes butter.
Oh, so they got rid of
my
the.
gosh.
that
Yeah,
hot
yeah,
native
yeah.
chick. Yeah, removed it. So I'm so mad about it. But
So
here, but no,
they kicked the Indian off the land and kept it.
I saw that meme. But thing is,
Crazy.
but here's the kicker though.
Crazy.
This is why you can't trust this woke shit. Now, listen to me. This is on Wikipedia. Nancy Green portrayed the Aunt Jemima character in the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. One of the first black corporate models in the United States history. And they removed it. That was the first black corporate model. Aunt
Because
Jemima.
It's inappropriate.
And they removed her. Now, the older version of Aunt Jemima, I could get that bit. That's a bit distasteful in terms of history. But like the modern Aunt Jemima, like that was a brand you could trust. Like,
Yeah.
Aunt
Yeah.
Jemima.
Yeah.
And like, and like when you wanted some fucking some rice, you went for Uncle Ben, because that guy was smiling at you. Like, oh, he looks friendly. I'll get his rice.
So welcoming.
Yeah.
It became a name brand. Everyone knows Uncle Ben.
And now it's fucking what the Pearl
he
Pearl
didn't die.
Milling Company. Yeah, he didn't die.
No, they
Sorry,
killed him
Spidey.
twice.
But like, it's this thing though. Like, no redneck went. I ain't buying that black person syrup. Like, we're like, oh shit, Aunt Jemima, you snatched that shit up. But this other side, the woke side, went that an image of a black woman on pancake syrup, that is offensive, and no one caught on to that shit. Like, no, and it's been spilling over into everything else. You know, like people like, oh, Disney's so woke and no Disney, and yet they would happily remove a black guy, a black leading character off of a movie poster for money from the crumb trail is okay. Just listen to this. All right. So China bad, but here's why. Disney said, we want China dollars. What'd they do? Removed a black man from a Star Wars movie poster to try and persuade the country with religious concentration camps into giving them more money.
The best part was China was with like the other one, Mulan.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my
When they thank
Mulan.
Yeah.
when they thanked the guards who fucking ran the camp. You know, like, oh yeah, these are the pinnacles of what human society should be. Thanks, Disney. Give me a fucking break.
I think Mulan might have been like the last Marvel Disney movie that's been in the country.
Mulan, the Marvel movie.
It
I'd watch that.
basically is at this point.
More moon,
It's-
more line. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Now all of China knows you're here.
Now all of China knows you're here. Yeah. China, am I right? Thanks, Glass.
Yeah, that's what makes a lot of this cinema nowadays such dog shit. Is the fact that every single movie company, no matter who you are, you want to pander to the woke minorities, the LGBTQ plus, Which, if you want to do that, perfectly fine. But actually have some sort of substance in your script writing, not just okay. We have the black lead. That guy's gay. That girl's a lesbian. And all right.
Well, because they're
It's a wrap.
pandering. Because instead of taking
Exactly.
the time to write a gay character for the gays, they're going, "Hey, here's two dudes kissing. There you go," as if that's what they want. Oh boy, men kissing! Yay, we did it! Like, give these people a gay character worth something. Like, God, it wouldn't be hard. I'm a straight white dude, and I write gay characters flawlessly.
The ambiguously gay duo on SNL had more substance.
Yeah, that's sadly true. I don't like that. But it's just, man, I don't know. Like, it's just you would think these people, let's say, Wizards of the Coast for one, these people there, they would have. I mean, half the game is writing. Like, I write more shit for my players than I do in the actual fucking books. It should come naturally, creating things, and they're just so fucking bad at it, and they're doing it to pander, and it's just like it was so wild how back in the day, you know, it's been talked about over and over and over again, like, oh, these orcs are black people, and they started with that, right? And they've been going on and on, be more inclusive, more woke, and then they create this slave chimpanzee race. Like, are you fucking serious? And they just can't.
Like chimpanzee. God damn it.
Like they just can't write.
No.
And I just don't get it. Like you guys can't find one good writer out there, like whatever color they may be, one good guy to go, you know what? We could probably turn this around. Like RPG Pundit, that's right, who it was. It was RPG Pundit who I had on one of these Wednesdays. He helped write 5th edition, and it was just shit. Like, it was all about like just checking those fucking boxes. And if you're checking a box, you're not making a thing. You're making a list. All right, strong Latina female with 2 kids, done. Gay man who likes black dudes, done. Like done. And you're starting to trivialize and trope things that should not be trivialized or troped.
Because now you're having that movie be, or whatever piece that you're creating be remembered for the wrong reasons.
And well, that's the thing, though. You want your creation to be remembered for what you want to be remembered for. You don't want to be like, oh yeah, his book had the 3 gay black orgy thing in it. Like, that's not what I wrote this to be about. Like, you shouldn't just remember that. Like, it should be the whole overarching story.
I think the turning point for me was when they did the all-female cast for Ghostbusters. And
She
That movie
Busters.
was rough.
Yeah.
That was
that
bad.
to me was the start of it, of just like, okay, so you have this cast of all women, and then you have I forgot the guy who plays Thor, I forgot his name, Chris Hemsworth, there we go. He's gonna play the dumb stupid guy, and they're just gonna rag on men for an hour and a half. Great piece of cinema.
I mean,
Great.
but here's the thing, though. With good writing, that could have been a good movie. Just like it could have been good. That could have been good. But
It
they
could have been.
just sucked at it. And it's just like millions of dollars are spent on these movies, and is none of the budget
And
going
Jenny
to a
McCarthy.
writer? Yeah,
Like
like
Kathy McCarthy, that's it.
like you have an established franchise, Ghostbusters, for instance. So it's already got an established fan base. It's already a layup. And you go, okay, I want all female main cast. Okay, let's pick our choices wisely. And they don't. Let's write a coherent story that all genders can like. They didn't. Let's keep it somewhat true to the source material. They didn't. It's just,
It didn't.
you know, Dead by Daylight Trapper just stepping his own traps, clack, 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 just tearing his fucking leg up. Like, god damn it! Just
Mm-hmm.
and God, it's just, it's so tiring. Like, do you guys want to go see movies at all?
Not really.
Besides
It-
Top
No.
Gun,
Collectively.
besides Top Gun, which crushed it.
Yeah.
It becomes a challenge to find the good ones. I mean, they
I
are
know.
out there.
Outside
mean,
of Top Gun,
it was
I
like
found
what?
one decent one.
The thing was like even like last week or the week before, the freaking 21st Dragon Ball movie was the #1 in the box office.
It was horrible.
I thought it was all right.
Well, like the biggest indicator of desperation by Hollywood is like This is which John Wick movie? Number 5, 6? Just keep riding that John Wick train. And like they're so desperate they remade Matrix for God's sakes.
Yeah. At least with Keanu Reeves in the John Wick series, I've been thoroughly impressed with all of them because they take the time to write a good story. Hence why each John Wick is released once every 2 or 3 years.
Well, it's not just a story; it's also the choreography and the gunplay, which really kind of drags people in. But thing is, though, think back to every John Wick movie they've had. Has there ever been any woke bullshit in that fucking stuff?
No.
Now, here's the thing, though. They still touched on these. The fucking the mute white chick.
Oh, Ruby Rose's character.
Yeah, like she was there. They didn't like blow it up. She was a disabled woman who was kicking ass, like, and they had her there, and it wasn't a big thing. Like, you didn't have John Wick going, my mute lesbian adversary. He didn't spell it out. You just knew.
X.
Yeah.
Her disability made her the most badass assassin of all time.
Yeah. But like
she traveled back in time and punched Hitler.
But thing is, even though she lost to John Wick, which it's a John Wick fucking movie, they still made her badass, didn't they? Because she had a pretty awesome knife fight scene, and it was like, damn, that's a bad bitch. You know,
They actually wrote a good character.
Yeah, like
Rando, you were in our Discord. We were just talking about her, like literally yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm in every Discord. Anyway,
we're also talking about Monster Girls.
But
Can we not?
Tell me more.
Monster Girls, tell me more. Well,
Yeah, so like they actually made a good, decent character around her. They weren't just like, hey, so here's a chick that's in a wheelchair. Now we need to make everything solely about her.
yeah. And thing is, though, and they did the thing, and they didn't make it like this huge fucking like, oh, look at her, awesome. Like they didn't just extrapolate annoyingly on this character. She was there, she did stuff, and even a mayonnaise white dude could appreciate that. Like, man, that is a bad bitch, and you know that she would fuck you up. You can appreciate that. It wasn't like pandering, like. She didn't like pull out a picture of her fucking lesbian like wife and like, oh, my lesbian wife, they can't talk. Like, there's none of that shit. You just knew like, oh, that's what she is, and she just ripped it apart, and she did an awesome job of that role. But that's what writing is. Writing does that. Writing can facilitate these awesome characters. Now about Monster Girls, we'll go to here because of anime, and how. Have you guys noticed how all of these comic book trackers are tracking all the manga now?
Are they really?
Yes.
Well, it's not even not only that. They also they put it in and count it as comic books.
Because Western comics are absolute dog shit.
Yeah, I'm starting to see mangas and fucking all kinds of different places, and especially bookstores or comic stores. I'm just seeing them everywhere now.
Well, when you see what they're putting out over here, and it's all pandering shit. I mean, I'm Not Starfire was a fucking travesty because it's basically a fat, dumpy goth chick who was like, I hate you, Mom. I'm not your daughter. And it's just like, for God's sakes. Like, if you're going to write a angsty goth teenage daughter for Starfire, we all know what she's going to look like. She's a fucking alien who would like stay ripped from just breathing. Like, come on now. And
of course, you can't talk about the woke comics and not bring up the New Warriors.
New Warriors.
Oh.
Googling. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's right. The New Warriors. That's okay. This
like
is the.
This was so mocked that like they're making fun of it on Joe Rogan. They quietly pulled it and they've never released it.
Let's see here. It was basically a woke thing, wasn't it, or some like virtue signaling bullshit. The New Warriors.
It was like the most woke. They put out a trailer on YouTube. Like they were so proud of it.
I'm looking at the art. This is no wonder anime's beating out Western comics. Like, oh, that's right. There was Snowflake and Safe Space, wasn't there?
Yes.
That's right. Okay, now I'm slowly tracking. There's also Trailblazer, who's a fucking fat chicken. I remember that.
It's Diabetic Dora the Explorer.
It's
Oh, man.
We know too many of those.
It's accurate. No. You ain't gotta do her like that, brother. Come on. Diabetic Dora the Explorer. Can you find my insulin?
Please?
That's what the magic backpack is for.
Please, I'm dying. I need my insulin. That's because I remember Snowflake and Safe Space, which I was like, these motherfuckers. And if you notice, they're the same color as Jacksepticeye and Markiplier's hair at the time too, I believe.
Oh
Green?
gosh, I don't get
no.
when comics like this release, because the last two comics I bought were Maximum Carnage and Dark Knight's Metal, and they had none of that shit in them.
Well, the thing is, like, they're trying to, like, when you think about let's talk actual facts here, all right? And it's not talking down to these people, but these wokies, shall we say, aren't the main. They're not going to make these people money. If every woke comic lover went out and bought a comic issue, it wouldn't put a dent into the guys and gals who are just fucking normal. God forbid I say that word, normal, out buying comics or something else. It's going to swamp them. Like, think of if let's see here. Like, say Spice and Wolf. Like, say the manga Spice and Wolf with Hollow, the best fox waifu ever made. Those manga books demolish even the best modern Western comic, you know. And
I'll do you one better.
Good.
It was one of the last volume of Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. Yeah,
outsold the entire American comic book industry combined.
Really?
Holy shit!
I believe actually it's that Fullmetal Alchemist, Hunter x Hunter, and Vinland Saga were crushing the entire market just by themselves. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, why do you think that is?
Because they're good.
Stories people want to hear.
Stories people want to hear.
That may have been blunt, but like honestly, if I came up to you one day and said, "Hey, there's this cool Fox Girl and it's a cool comedy, like you might like it. It's a little sweet. It gets real serious." Or you can go read the adventures of Snowflake and Safe Space. Realistically, which one are you gonna pick, Guard?
I mean, yeah. Well, the thing is, though, the writing in Spice and Wolf is fantastic. Yeah, like Elder says it here, it's good writing. Like, you can have see now. I have this urge to write a gay book character and write a book just to prove it can be done well. Like, it's
Please
just
do
this
it.
urge,
Do it.
like,
Guard, do it.
like,
Yeah, light him up.
like
I
fuck
would
it.
donate to your coffee that you totally
God
don't
damn it.
have right now
Like-
to just have that happen.
like. Well, the thing is, fans want the second 222 book, and if need be, I will write a gay character and just demolish their fucking dicks. Like, if that's what it takes to say, hey,
Like sexually.
here. Well, I mean, maybe.
Shut up, Adrian.
I'll flip a coin on it. Like, shall she suck pole or eat carpet? Wow! Just kind of do a little coin toss in the air.
Is she like Two-Face every time she has the opportunity? She flips a coin.
I
It
may or
depends
may
on what
not have
monster
a
she's
friend like
beating.
that.
I've got you both here. Shall I suck your dick or eat your carpet? Fling!
This is a genuine question. Please answer.
Roll for initiative.
Grabs your jeans, roll for initiative. Oh god. Man, because we laugh, but it's kind of true, is it not? Like,
Yeah.
I get it. And actually, I was gonna ask, have you ever played the Mass Effect games?
Yeah, I have,
By any
yeah.
chance, Brett?
yeah,
Those games came out in 2007, 10, and 12, and they had some of the best, well-written gay and straight characters.
Gay
for
characters,
romance
yeah.
options of all time.
like
And they came out before the scene.
I've never enjoyed playing a gay man more in my life than a fucking Mass Effect. I was like, this is
You know
awesome.
what? Fair. Fair.
I was like, God damn, this is awesome. I'm gonna suck his dick. Get over there, you know. But like, the thing is, it was still good writing though, and a gay guy, a straight man could enjoy playing a gay guy in a video game because it was written well. What's up?
Mhm.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Not you.
Aw.
Yeah, Deej.
He's right though. Like, what's his name? Cortez.
Cortez,
Is one
that's
of the
what it
most
was. Yeah,
supportive romance options in any franchise ever. The guy fucking cares about you, and at the end of the game, you're like, God, I hope I make it back to Steam.
You see,
Right.
the best thing is when you have a video game writing where like you feel bad for doing certain like when you say in your head, I don't want to hurt his feelings. In a fucking video game, it's like, oh, this is good writing. Fuck.
Oh yeah,
Right?
especially
We'll remember this.
Like, in a video game,
spoilers
when
for the
when I
third
feel
game. You
bad-
don't make it home, and I sat in darkness for like 10 minutes. Like, fuck, I'm not okay right now.
My favorite games are the ones where you get done, you take a shower, and just sit in the water for like an hour, going, how did this happen? Thank you.
I'll be honest, I couldn't enjoy that game after Legion died. It was over for me.
Oh, dude,
I
Legion
don't
of
want- I don't
Pain
wanna play
breaks my
anymore.
Fucking
Oh,
heart
don't
every
do this to
time.
me, please.
Now,
I just wouldn't think-
now here's the next thing about good writing is that think of all the AAA games, all these fancy games with all their big budgets. Undertale caused a cultural revolution in Hot Topic, for God's sakes. And it was a fucking 8-bit game. Why was it good? Because of the writing.
And the music. The
And the
soundtrack's
music.
bang.
Music's alright.
But again, that's going back to good writing. Something as simple as a goofy franchise like Borderlands. I was in my feels when in one of the games I forgot which one specifically they killed off Scooter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
NPCs.
In
Catch a
Tales from the
ride.
Borderlands, that freaking storytelling game, whatever.
And I was just like, they killed off
You know, I could have
Okay.
gone my whole life without knowing that, and I would have been happy.
Dude, I
Spoiler
walked
alert.
away from my Xbox for 15 minutes. It's
Spoiler
been out for
alert.
7 years. Get over it. But I
It's been out
had
for
to walk
7 years.
Damn.
I actually had to step away from my Xbox. That was actually good writing of like, okay, emotionally, I felt hooked to these characters, kind of like how a lot of people were with Game of Thrones. I was with apparently Scooter. And I'm like, this is good. I want to know what happens next when I'm done having a breakdown.
Still mad.
You know the
Mm,
it's sort of basically that reliance on the old guard pillars is kind of what's allowed for the Rotten Decay to happen. That's where you got to see people out here creating new stuff. I've got your book guard.
Hold on. I was getting water. What happened?
Oh, I was saying it. I was just I was saying it's sort of just sitting by and letting everyone, just all the old guard establishment, entertainment, kind of be the default that not enough people were going out and making stuff. I've like, for example, I've got your book.
Oh, do you really? No shit.
Manga you get shit like Mashishi or one.
Yeah, I just
Oh.
got to make some time to read more of it. I'm about 3 or 4 chapters in. The UN just showed up.
Okay, hold on. Flash of
Great
Green
speech.
says first chug. I do a fucking moonshine shot. Fuck. Okay, here I go. Hold on. I want an empty stomach. Oh no. Okay, well, let's fuck it. Let's do this.
all right.
Mm.
So-
Guard.exe, not
Here
working.
we go.
Moonshine shot. Here we go. Oh god damn it.
I
Just put
heard that
101
quote.
in his 87 tank.
All right, but anyway, so I didn't know you had my book. That's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was originally I was like I like what Neckbeard does. I like your stuff. I'm like, of course I'm gonna support you guys.
That's
I mean-
nice of you. You big sweetie.
Oh,
But yeah,
But-
so when I remember when the UN first showed, like on the old channel, when the UN showed up and on the old channel, I was getting fucking hate from Europeans in the comments section. Oh my god.
Fuck 'em.
Are you implying the UN's the bad guy? Yeah. Just the comments exploded.
What's
Is that what you're
implying?
doing? That's
Sure.
exactly what I'm doing. That wasn't hinting towards it. I'm blatantly saying it.
Have you seen Africa's history of the UN? Yeah, they're the bad guys.
Just a little
But
bit. Just a little bit.
my point I was trying to make is in what I've been talking about with trying to push for that more the positivity, the stuff.
Oh yeah.
I have been finding that stuff. I mean, you see these guys out here with these like Kickstarter and Indiegogo campaigns, off starting their own stuff, pushing these comics. I was on a stream with Gabe El Taib. He was a DC artist for
Gabe
DC comic
Al-Taib,
book.
That name sounds familiar.
This was the guy that basically told DC to go fuck themselves over the Superman stuff. and he hooked up and is working
Oh,
with.
that's right. He had that giant fucking Kickstarter, didn't he?
He's overworking with a young Rippa on the Rippaverse.
That's right. That's right. This guy is fucking just dicking down on DC. That's right. This guy's a base motherfucker.
And he said, and he took the Superman saying "Truth, Justice, the American Way." He's now got his own comic coming out. It looks sick as hell.
Truth and the American Way. Seething liberals intensify.
But also, like I was saying, Rippaverse with his Ice in #1 is like $3.5 million a month.
Do what?
Yeah.
Per month?
No, I mean within a month, it's made $3 million.
I was like, God, like, is the guy trying to buy a fucking army? We
He
will own
bought,
all
like,
the
theoretical
F-16s.
vans. He was like,
Well-
"Yeah, if I get make $1 million, I'm buying a van."
Well, the thing is, like, these guys are doing this, being supported by the fan base that DC left behind. So people are like, well, why are, like, it's like what was that movie where the actor said it's not made for white dudes? What was that movie called? That was
Well, I mean, Captain Marvel.
okay, it was Captain Marvel, or that looks fucking awesome, actually. I'm on the cover. Anyway, so it was Captain Marvel, another one where it said, hey, this white guys, movie's not made for you. And everyone went, alright. So they didn't watch it, and it fucking failed. And it's like, who could have thunk?
Wait, did they really say that? Because I have yet to see Captain Marvel because I kind of gave up on.
It was alright.
It was like what, Ocean's 8?
Oh! It was Ocean's 8 and Charlie's Angels, wasn't it?
They did Ocean's 8.
Well,
Yes, it was the all-female version.
yeah, it was
Oh,
all female.
Okay. I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, they were coming out and saying like, "Oh, this is this is to scare the piss out of white men," and then cut to like 2 weeks later, there's articles being written. Why didn't men go see this movie?
Yeah, because you set your fan base on fire. Like you're
You
like,
told us not to, jackass.
yeah, like it's not made for you. Okay, then I won't fucking watch it. Then thanks for saving me just $14 at the movie theater and a popcorn charge. Like anyone should be aiming. Man, it's so frustrating. Anyone who creates should aim to entertain everybody. In your movie, in your comic, in your hentai dating game, there should be something there to entertain everybody. Everyone should have something they can latch on to and enjoy. It's what makes it's not sitting great flesh. But it should have something where everyone can enjoy something in it. I mean, in Undertale, people enjoyed Toriel because goat mom. People enjoyed the fish chick because lesbian. Like, there's something in there that everyone could enjoy, and everyone enjoyed the game as a whole. No one's gonna go, here's my new MMORPG not made for white people, and people go, okay, then I won't. Oh my god, won't play your game. And like, why did my game fail? Well, you ostracized an entire monetary base of yours. Like, are you surprised this happened? You shouldn't be surprised, you dipshit. Like, and they
Now this way they can flip the script and put themselves in the victim's position of just like, oh, men didn't come see it because they're sexist.
Bingo.
Actually, that is fucking true, isn't it? That is absolutely fucking true. Or like they're bigots because I have a wife or some shit. Or
Yep. Like, so now no matter what the outcome, they can still, no matter what side that card lands on, they still look they can victimize themselves.
I think we'll end our last topic for the night. Comedy. Because
Where is it?
In terms of entertainment, I mean, comedy is it's in movies, it's in comics, it's in mangas, but comedy is under like siege. And like, I follow Bill Burr, I love Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
Yes.
Like those are like my top two comics. Also, who's that fat white dude? Hot Pockets. What's the fucking name?
Ralphie May.
Thank you.
He's dead.
Oh, but these guys, comedy shouldn't always offend by any means. It doesn't have to offend, But the best jokes are offensive now, ain't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's life.
Like, there are some jokes. Like, I was watching okay, so Twitch, if you're listening, these are his jokes, all right? But it was a gay contortionist on stage. And he says, I know you're all mad. There's a queer on stage telling gay jokes. And everyone laughs because it's funny. And he goes, oh, you like that one, huh? All right. And this guy, like, he's holding a hoop. He goes, all right, audience, between a gay and the Nazis, what's the difference? And the crowd goes quiet. He goes, 90 degrees, and holds his hand up and basically breaks his wrist. And it fucking killed. I was like, that's a good fucking joke. Comedy, I mean, some jokes aren't offensive. They're just clever or witty. But the best jokes are always fucking offensive. Like, if you can take a joke, you can take anything. Like in the military, all jokes are offensive as a default. Yeah. But we'll take Dave Chappelle for instance. Dave Chappelle made trans jokes that a lot of trans folks thought were hilarious. But all these uppity ass white chicks were trying to protest his comedy shows. But Dave Chappelle knows that these motherfucking people aren't paying for his shit anyway. And none of those people are ever going to pay him a cent from his shows. They're just mad. He's spitting jokes they don't like. You're not going to like all the jokes you hear. Now, Bill Burr is a particularly fun subject because he has a black wife.
Yeah.
So Bill Burr likes chocolate. We all fucking know that. But Bill Burr, when he got in trouble for some fucking excellent jokes, people went after his wife. These wokists attacked a black woman and said that their marriage was a slave racial fetish. And I was like, oh yeah, like they will go out of their way to attack what they don't like. It doesn't matter if you're part of the same tribe or what. They don't care. They just hate. And one thing they hate the most is comedy.
It's comedy, honestly. But we were talking about, like mentioning it earlier with like D&D. Even certain types of comedy is a form of escapism because there's like the jokes that you can't say at the office, but now
exactly
you can go to a comedy show and hear somebody else say it, and you're like, I was just thinking that. That's funny. Like with Dave Chappelle.
It's a necessary coping mechanism. Like if you go to a cancer ward, that's like all cancer patients want to joke about is the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's how you cope, you know. I mean, hell, I do it all the fucking time. Like, there's a hate server called The Blink, and all my detractors are in there, and I'll go in there and joke with them and shit. And it's funny to me because, like, number one, your haters keep you humble to start with, and they're also funny as shit. Since I'm an Odinist, they always go, "Hey, did you drink your cum today, Odinist?" I'm like, very funny, guys, you know, because of like the lore and all that. And I always laugh, you know, and like it's just funny to me, and I don't get mad about it, you know. It's like, how dare you make fun of me? Ah! It's like, good one, you know, well, you being a black dude, I'm sure there are times where like you've heard someone start a joke and stop and like look at you.
Oh, DJ's had people just straight up stop talking in front of all of us to see if he would laugh first. It's fucking hilarious, dude. You have no idea.
Fight up! I was actually at the bar this past weekend. We were celebrating my buddy's birthday, and this one dude whom I don't know, but he's friends with all of my other friends. He was one of these types of people of, okay, so hold on, wait, so you're black? Okay, don't take offense to this, okay? But I have something funny. Are you ready? And he kept eye contact with me the entire time, like uncomfortable, unblinking. And then, you know what he did? What? He did the thing. Ah! Oh, great. Did you have to look at me the entire time for like reassurance? I don't care. If you're gonna tell a joke, tell a joke, dude. I want to hear it too, but don't pander to me.
I remember there's a black specialist in the army I knew. We used to do the base taxes together. And he said the best jokes are the ones that white folks tell after checking their shoulder, like checking their shoulders, like anyone black around. Those are the best jokes. Like there have been times where he's been in a bowling alley, he's seen a guy like telling a joke to his friends, and I look at him and stop, and he's right over and say, "What was the joke? What was the joke? Tell me the joke," because he wants to hear these jokes. And just comedians in general, like comedians, dark, us all being doomers. Dark comedy is the best kind of comedy because it makes you comfortable with certain subjects. I mean,
oh, dude, I love dark comedy.
I mean, one of them is race for sure. One is death, and one is taxes, and they're all fucking funny.
I'm black, and I make black jokes. And when you first introduced us with the whole "Who's your dad?" and what does he do, I had a joke ready, but I was like, I
Oh
don't
my
know.
Let
god!
me
I
guess.
wish you would have
You're-
said it.
you-
I
you're
wish
gonna-
you would have said it.
Now hold
He
on.
hesitated.
Now, hold on. Now you're gonna say, "I don't know my dad" or some shit, right? Like,
No, it's
No,
better. It's better.
worse.
It's
Even
better?
better.
Okay, go. No, Twitch. He's black. Say your joke. Go.
My dad was last online back in March.
Last online.
My father's no longer with us.
Last seen 10
online
years.
March 2022.
Like right after Card asked.
Like legit.
I wanted to, but I'm like, maybe that might be a little too far. I know he said no holds barred, but I'm a wild card. I will go there and go further.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where I don't know what started it, but like I usually hang out with non-white folks because white folks are tiresome, man.
Yes,
So
they are.
tiresome.
Bro, somebody said it.
So,
It wasn't just
so
me.
like
I say it every
like-
day at work too.
So like I will like slot in with like the Latinos who go, "Hey, what's going on, man?" Like, "Hey, what's up?" We can start talking, and like these guys always have jokes, man. And they're
Yeah,
and,
what's up, Vato?
and like they're so loose and happy. I'm like, oh, it's just what a breath of not a fresh non-white air. Oh, because white folks, at least most of the ones that I'm around, besides game day, they're like, oh, it's a real hot day out here today. I'm like, yeah. It is, and of course, like, my balls are wet as shit, man. Like, they don't pull back at all. And it's like, oh, beautiful,
Well, it's
I'm
part of the culture.
home.
We were raised talking shit. That's how you get along
Oh,
with the guys.
100%.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
The movie Barbershop.
I played Call of Duty.
That's how I survived MW2 lobbies, but my
MW2 lobbies is my life. What the
like
fuck
the
you
movie
mean?
Barbershop, that's how my barbershop growing up was, where it's just like everybody being loud, interacting with each other, and throwing jokes at each other. Some of them being quite dicey, but that at an early age is what led me to have the ability to, if you're going to say something offensive, I at least have thick enough skin to go, either A, that was funny, or B, that was absolutely stupid. Have a good day.
I remember
It's not going to ruin my day.
my favorite barbershop was a black barbershop. I forget what it was called. It closed down during COVID, unfortunately. But the first day I walked in, I walk and I look around, and the piano music kind of goes and stops. It's like 20 black folks in this fucking this shop because a lot of the guys kind of hang around and kind of talk shit for an hour and leave.
Mhm.
I walk in. I'm trying to tuck my my wallet back in my chest pocket. I went, a lot of black folks in here. like they like this guy went, he spat
And he
Dr.
grabbed his
Pepper.
wallet.
He spat Dr.
God.
Pepper all over his fucking client who's fucking shaving, and it was like instant friendship. I was like, a lot of black folks in here because it was like obviously a African American barbershop, and we're like instant friends. Like, oh, he's one of the cool white folks, yeah. And that's one of the things that saved my ass while doing armed security and bodyguard stuff was being able to interact with people and treat them like people. When you do that, you do it through humor. Like the amount of times I got people to calm down was through jokes, and my most hated clients were white people. Like I was
They can't take it, man.
They
they
really can't.
they are
the joke.
humorless, man. Like I would get loaned out like a whore by my company to go do birthdays in this Garda birthday. And I remember on the same week on a
Like
Monday.
a Sweet 16 or something.
Yes, well, not, almost. So on a Monday, it was a Sweet 16 at a hotel, and the girl had an ex-boyfriend or some shit who was like office rocker. So I was sitting there, no one talked to me, no one interacted, no one even looked at me. Like for 4 hours, no one talked to me, looked at me, asked me anything. They just ignored me. On Wednesday, I went to a quinceañera at the Mexican Catholic Church. and I was held at fork point by Grandmama to make sure I ate. And
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
and they were talking to
Yep.
me and chatting, and they were like, they were translating things the clown was saying, and like they kind of included me, which is really nice.
The best.
And
you turn down Abuela, you're going to
bro,
hell.
like,
Legit, straight to
Getting-
hell. One way ticket.
but like they included me in their stuff. Like they were coming to ask me questions. How are you? How's your day? Are you married? Do you have any kids? Are you hungry? Are you sure you're not hungry? You're gonna eat?
Here's
So-
food
Want a
anyway.
beer?
Yeah. They're like, oh, what kind of gun is that? How, like, there's ask me questions.
What kind of gun is that?
Yeah, and
It might have been us.
Honestly.
but
Yeah.
I remember Abuela was so pissed because she heard, because my boss told me, do not let them feed you. Act professional. I was like, all right, I can do that, no problem. And Abuela was getting like red in the face, mad, like, you're gonna eat. I'm gonna make you a plate.
Yeah,
I was like, no, I can't eat. And
That's
she went,
offensive. That's like a slur, dude.
She
don't refuse food.
She went and made me a
You
4-pound
never
plate of
refuse.
food with like
Mm-hmm.
chili Colorado,
Only-
chili verde.
Only
I'll
4
eat that.
pounds
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say you got off easy,
Only
my
four?
friend.
And I
and
was,
only 1 plate.
yeah, and I was like, oh god. He's like, you eat. I was like, okay, I eat. like I didn't say no, ma'am. I at least said okay, I eat, and took plate. And she was doting on me the entire time. She brought me water. She brought me a chair. She demanded I fucking get out from the outside and come into the AC. Like, she was constantly doing stuff to me. And then when they brought this big jam cake in, they made sure I got the first piece. I was like, what the fuck? No, is there, like, no, you get first piece. I'm like, no, get the child the first piece. But they gave me the first piece of cake, and I was able to kind of join in on the quinceañera, and I was like, this is fucking dope.
Mexicans look out for people, man. Trust me. Like,
Really do.
whether you're
They
family
really
or
do.
not, the fact that you were around them for 5 minutes, you are family
No
to
joke.
them. Whether you
You showed up, and that's what matters. Because a lot of them didn't. Let me tell you.
Well, I was paid to show up, so not really the same thing.
You would think some of them were.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but humor is one of those things where humor brings folks together, and when you can't have your humor, where there should be a joke where the blacks, the tans, the yellows, the whites, the purples, the chartreuses should be able to laugh to. Humor drags you together by your fucking ankles. You're gonna laugh at this, and because it's horrible, and you're like, I shouldn't laugh at a dead baby joke, but god damn it, do you crack a fucking smile. And it's just how it is. And it's why humor is one of the last bastions of inclusiveness. Like, no one's safe from humor. Like, there's a guy I was watching on YouTube. He does crowd work, and he said, I did a lady, I did a man. There's a guy in a wheelchair. He's like, fuck, and he went, and he wavered at the guy in the wheelchair and like went past him, and the guy went, no, make a joke about me. He goes, hey, man, no, make a joke about me. And he wheeled himself up towards the fucking stage and made him tell a joke about him. Because everyone can get joked on, And it's just, it's like, it doesn't matter if you're trans, if you have a tentacle where your dick should be. Humor brings us all together, man. Like humor is the glue that binds all of us together. And jokes are what we need. And it's why, like, I was getting really nervous when they were attacking Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr and all the other comedians. Like, oh no, if they kill humor, we're fucking done. Because then they decide what's funny. And I'm telling you right now, Amy Schumer is not funny.
I concur.
My
God.
man
Yeah,
said it.
100%
He said it.
agree.
It's hilarious that she thinks she could act. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's the
he was-
funniest part. In all
I am
honesty.
So
surprised
unfunny.
that Amy Schumer can breathe and walk at the same fucking time. Jesus
She
Christ.
was so unfunny. Netflix had to protect her.
Oh yeah. And
They removed the star rating.
what's her name?
Yerp.
Amy Wong? No, not Amy Wong. Fucking female.
Anna Wong.
Anna Wong. Thank you. Anna Wong is a funny motherfucker. She was doing she's doing stand up pregnant. When's that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my first special that I
Well,
saw of her.
well, the thing is, Wong made jokes about her, fucking nether parts that were funny. It was funny. Amy Schumer does it, and it's fucking gross. Like,
She doesn't make
you're
a
like,
joke. She just
"Ugh."
simply says, "My vagina stinks and I'm a whore." That's her taglines for everything.
Which is
And
terrible.
South Park
'cause
summed
she
it up
stole
pretty
that-
good.
She stole it from Lisa Lampanelli. She just did it worse.
My labia smells like wet dog. Oh, gross. Where's the punchline in that? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, she's
Is that
just
funny.
she's just not funny. Like people say like there are no funny female comedians. Oh, there are. They're just pushed
they definitely
below all these fucking A-lists. Like, oh, Amy Schumer, the best. I'm like, no, there are like 13 other female comedians who are funnier than her, but you're swapping them because they don't do this woke bullshit.
I found a comedian who is Australian and literally just a puppet.
Ali Wong, that's her name, Ali Wong.
Yeah, he's funny.
Who? Oh,
Yes.
that's Randy Feltface.
Randy
Yeah,
Feltface
I
is
love
fucking
Randy
hilarious.
Feltface.
Randy Face is amazing.
I would happily pay exorbitant amounts of money to go see Randy Feltface. Like, the dude is funny as shit.
I will pay with you.
And he's just a fucking puppet. Like, he's not just a puppet, but he's a puppet. He has no gender. He's a puppet, but he's still funny as shit, and he has funny jokes. Which all comes back to good writing. Like, it's all built around good writing. Like compare Ali Wong to Sarah Silverman. It's no contest.
Yeah.
Like, even Joan Rivers was funnier than fucking Amy Schumer.
Rest in peace, Queen.
I know, right? And
For comedians that we should have brought up, especially ones that just kind of like Dave Chappelle, you can't cancel because he doesn't care. Ricky Gervais.
Ricky
his
Gervais
mindset
is the most based even though he's British, the most based motherfucker on the planet, just for his Golden Globe shit.
Yeah, for
Oh
5
my
minutes
God.
he's attacking Hollywood. He's just like, "Oh, you're offended? Oh well, I'm here and I'm gonna say this until you tell me to stop." And even
Well-
then, I'm not.
Oh
gonna,
no.
Well, Ricky
Anyways.
knows that he's like I have money. I already have my money. Fuck you. And he's funny as shit. And it's why Ricky Gervais gets respect, because he'll tell the jokes that people are deathly afraid to tell, because they're still funny as fuck.
Mhm.
Have you guys? Do you guys follow Crip Daddy?
Crit
Daddy?
Daddy?
No, Crip Daddy.
Crib Daddy.
Crip.
Oh, Crip. Jesus Christ.
There you go, guard.
What is that?
Sorry, I only follow
Daddy.
Blood Daddy.
Oh my god.
That's Blood Father.
Blood Father. That guy in a wheelchair that contributes to a millennia-long oppression of women. Oh my God. His bio says comedian meth addict. Oh my
Oh,
God.
man.
Jim Jeffries, are you here?
Oh,
The guy is
okay,
the guy
I
is
see.
in like some terrible. He's got all kinds of stuff wrong with him. He's like, I've caught everything, and he is one of the most hilarious people. And there's like nothing they can do to him, because what are they gonna do? Break his legs?
This guy has a picture of him in a Trump hat, a shirt that
I mean, they
says
could.
queer disabled, and a weed flag. God damn.
He's untouchable. We found Jason Bourne.
Oh my God, it's Jason Bourne.
The guy does stand up.
Now,
Sitting down.
the only
Ironic.
the only other comedian who can get away with this is one we all know and love. I'm coming to kill you. No, in real life. This guy made a Turkish joke on live TV. Well, for one, he's Turkish. Live TV. Fucking absolute asshole. Oh my God.
Come on. Not.
I think comedy is going to be okay because the people who champion it, for lack of a better term, don't give a flying fuck about anybody's opinion.
Well, comedy, it shouldn't be that way. I mean, Sam Hyde, of all people, knows that comedy doesn't matter, because if you're trying to make money writing books, being a VTuber, being a black man VTubing as a white dude, you scum, you... Oh,
No
good
comment.
God. You do it all. You do it all because you guys. I mean, you do it because you want to find your niche, where you want to find people who are there to be with you and kind of enjoy the limelight with you. But like when you pander to this other side, so to speak, like they're not gonna pay for any of your stuff. Like they're not gonna give you bits on Twitch. They're not gonna give you money on YouTube or Rumble or anything else. They don't care. They're basically trying to silence your voice, if anything.
think you should take the Norm Macdonald approach and shit talk your sponsors. Disrespect everybody until it works.
Do what now?
Fucking
He's a
so
legend.
like Norm Macdonald lost like every single ad sponsor he had because they would just shit on the products.
You guys get
like
ad sponsors?
middle of the ad reading, it was fucking hysterical.
Really?
And every person he asked, so you have a dad? And they would always have dead dads.
Hi.
You did it on purpose.
Did you say hi? Hi. I'm the denominator.
You do need a Ouija board for that ad read.
We do.
Oh my god.
You said you liked our comedy card. Are
Sponsor.
you ready?
Why enough sponsor?
well,
Mike?
We
Well,
can't do it in
Sponsor.
his house
See,
though. We gotta go to someone else's
The
house.
thing is, those like dead dads. You go, oh, but you still gotta laugh because it's still funny.
Oh, I know. If my father was still alive today, he'd be like, "You haven't made fun of me while being dead."
Actually, you
I
made my fucking neurons jump. There was a black dude on YouTube who did like Ouija board stuff. Actually, did it, and
What?
yeah.
I call
So
bullshit.
he was like a
Yeah.
he was like a ghost hunter that I used to follow way back in the day, like early
I
YouTube.
forgot you're- yeah.
And he did a joke one where he's trying to get in touch with, because you mentioned it, it like jogged my memory. He's trying to get in touch with his dead dad on a Ouija board, and he goes, "Dad, you know, like where'd you go?" And it spelled out milk on the fucking Ouija board.
That's him. It's him.
Like it's like motherfucker. Like you can't not like you go, God damn it! But you gotta laugh though.
Bravo! I tip my hat to that. That is absolutely
awful.
incredible.
But that was a joke video he did. But thing is though, like it's sad. Like dead dads aren't funny, but they can be funny.
They can be.
Because notice how we were all just laughing at it. We
Yeah.
all weren't like, "Oh, he did what?" No, we found that it was supposed to be humorous, and we found the humor because it's funny. Things just need to go back to being funny.
Bunny Girl Senpai. Who is Bunny Girl
Yo!
Senpai?
Buddy. Of course he
Oh,
joined in for the
shit.
dead dad jokes.
Yeah, honestly.
Dead dad jokes. Let's go.
Honestly.
I play Overwatch with this guy.
Let's
do
go. Yes, we do. Also, we're also pretty like we're pretty weak to Ouija board jokes because we have an inside joke that I just continue to torture people with. Where see, they already know. There's this thing with like hardcore Hispanics where they don't believe in ghosts, but if you ask if they'll use a Ouija board in their house, they'll like want to fist fight you. Because that's just a
Yeah.
no-go
Oh.
thing. It's not even it's an instinct, just immediate, oh fuck no.
He-
It's a
You
knee-jerk
stay
reaction.
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
from that shit.
Here's Ghost Whisper, takes off flip flop. I swear to God, I'll chocolate you. I'll do it.
Like one of the guys we play D&D with, Mikey can agree with me, he is like deep Mexican. Literally says word for word, I'll fucking fight a ghost fool. And I'm like, alright, cool, you want to use a Ouija board in your new house? He's like, fuck that.
Jumped out of his seat, put his hands up in a defensive guard. He was ready to go. There was no fucking joke anymore.
That went from I'm a bad motherfucker to hell no real quick.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts, but just I don't want to do that, please. I don't,
Just like, not in my house. I just got bills.
Just
But-
bought this house.
I just
But
bought
how
this
big are the ghost
place.
tits, though?
The carpet's clean.
How big that
I
gussy
just got-
though?
Oh my god!
God.
See, but here's the thing: we said that joke. It is technically objectifying a female ghost, but it's still like I know girls who laugh at that shit. Spussy, like it's just funny.
It's pretty funny.
But
I think
like
it's funnier the more you say it.
my favorite is my favorite is fucking Win Dussy. That's my fucking favorite one.
Oh my goodness.
I hate that.
Hey, bro, yeah, where that Win Dussy at, bro? Like, goddamn, bro. Like, I think it was last Wednesday. We're talking about like furries and aliens with
Freeman.
That was
Freeman,
that
Yeah,
was
that
a mess
was,
of an episode.
Fever
You guys
dream.
almost got me stopped by airport security, you fuckers.
Oh yeah, we forgot to tell you that,
you do
guard.
what now?
Yeah.
I lost my headphones before my flight, so I had you dickheads on speaker, and airport security heard a few things about a certain surgeon, and came over to start, and it was a whole thing. Johnny Sins lookalike tried to fight me. I called him a porn star.
Are you
hurt his
for real?
feelings. Oh, dude. You
So-
guys put me through the ringer.
a particular surgeon.
All right, nobody say anything funny for the next minute. There's more ads.
More ads. So,
Yeah.
so I have no alert. I said it would get an alert when there's an ad, and it's not fucking doing it. Are you for real?
I'm for real. I'm on ad 205 right now.
God damn it!
Same.
I said, hey, give me an alert when you're playing an ad, so I can pause. And it's just not. God damn it! That's insane.
You know how corporate America is, guard.
I click tiny button to say do thing.
The button's like a fidget toy. You click it to make yourself feel better, and it really doesn't do anything.
Man, don't say that.
Every time you click notify me when so and so's live, it still does it. I finally log on the computer.
Don't
they've
you
been
take
live
that
for 6
hope from
hours,
me. Don't you take
and
that
are
hope from
about to
me.
get off.
Right.
I'm like, God damn it, dude.
You know, Flash, you might be right about that. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, now I remember. It was the surgeon that got me stopped by the Johnny Sins lookalike. And then it was the James impersonation that got the attention of security.
That was so fucking funny.
He,
so
fu-
fucking
he
funny.
fucking crushed that impression. God damn it.
It was so good.
Fuck, I almost hit my eye on the mic.
But
The
he,
immediate clip as well.
I
Oh,
know.
I wish they would have clipped the second one. That one was really good.
You fucking suck my balls. God damn it.
No, the hag in the woods. That one fucking killed me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But again, with humor, because Mikey told us this. Even though there were people that were giving him weird looks, there were even people that were listening in that were snickering and like trying to hold back chortles of laughter
Yeah.
because they
Oh,
knew
yeah.
it was funny.
Like,
Well,
god
'cause it's-
damn, that funny.
It was peak rush hour airport. There was no sit 6 feet apart. Everyone was on top of each other. So everybody within 10 feet of me was listening to the Downrange podcast. And we had shocked faces. We had older people laughing. Oh, and they're hearing about furry degeneracy. All the old
Oh,
people
yeah,
were
yeah,
fucking dying.
So, like,
watch that.
but I still
knew.
maintain that if an alien race ever comes down and they are furries, like, who's gonna second go, you know what? I used to hate furries, but that ass is thick. You know, like how far will your hate of something go? Like, man, I hate furries, but I just want a fucking alien. And our aliens come down to some thick ass fox girl race, like, god damn it! Like, are you gonna eat your pride, then eat that fur, or just eat your pride? What's it gonna be, bro? What's it gonna do?
Slams Bud Light, walks up pouting. I guess we're doing this.
You're gonna get them betting themselves in pretzels to justify it. Well, no, see, it's not actually an alien. If I shave them,
If we
Fucking-
get married and they get citizenship.
Fucking cracks White Claw. I hate lizards, but I got one life to live. Walks towards the spaceship.
Okay.
Hey, Liz,
$20
that
is
guy-
$20.
That gecko be looking kind of thick.
Don't say gecko in my presence.
So the real question
He's the
is
gecko.
that I know what these four degenerates' favorite monster girl is. Ironcaster, what is your monster girl of choice?
Yeah.
Goo.
Do tell.
Give me that cowgirl.
A scholar of taste and refinery.
Well,
It has hooves. That's why he likes it.
I'm a
He's like-
gentleman among us.
He's like, a cowgirl. You know what? I got a girl and I got breakfast all in one.
now get over here and obliterate my sternum.
I want you to shatter my pelvis into 4 pieces. Like,
Why buy
it's like-
why buy the milk when you can get the cow at home?
for God's
Get it
sakes.
fresh from the tap.
We bought the cow, the whole ass truck, the dairy farm, all of it.
When your cowgirl wife walks home from work, milk truck just arrived. Anyway, all right, chat. It's been 2 hours, boys. We're gonna go ahead and call it here. It's been.
Oh my god, it's been 2 hours.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I have to be up in 4 hours. Oh no.
Oh no. All right. So next Wednesday it may be Ironcaster in, I think, T-shirt, but you said he has a game or something, right?
Yeah, the Grim thing should probably still going on next week.
The fucking topless tabletop. Jesus Christ.
Hello?
Just Google it.
Hello.
Anyway, chat, we will see you Friday for the War Crime Boys game and their Stolen Fae, and then we'll see you Monday for the Storm Riders and next Wednesday for the next podcast. Boys, say goodbye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.